Another one.
How to get experience in testing. Okay. I seriously don't get where and how I'm supposed to start when every job requires you to have 1 to 2 years of experience beforehand, or at least already know how to use SQL or Jira. Sure, I could access Jira myself, but what am I supposed to test when there? What am I supposed to test there without jobs or tasks? This industry is this industry's hiring process is broken, and there are big logic holes. Looking for advice. Oh, okay. So I guess the person from like question number 2 or 3 had a follow up, right? So I I can't give this answer. See, which one of my barbarians are here, but they're probably studying and preparing for interviews right now, right? But believe me when I say this, they are getting experience. I am the experienced magician. I wish Stephanie was here to tell you. I am the experienced magician. What? All right, we got. Let's make that bigger. I'm gonna put this one right next to me, right here. Shout out to you.
We the best. I mean, you know, all we do is win, man. You know that.
That is awesome. All right, Chino, we're gonna talk some more later. I am a senior QA engineer, and yeah, I think we can learn from each other. So I will be reaching out to you because that is awesome. I love connecting with my peers. Test engineer lead. That's awesome. That is awesome. All right, all right, all right. Getting distracted. I got excited. Back to the show. Okay, so how do you get experience? Right. There's ways to get experience. But for me to get, I'm gonna give you a little bit, right? But I can't give you too much because that would be unfair to my barbarians, right? So I don't even know how much I can say here, right? I don't know why I picked this question because I shouldn't be saying this. But all right, I'm gonna give you this, right? So every job requires you to have 1 to 2 years of experience. Okay. Um, you can get SQL you can get SQL knowledge by like studying and stuff like that. However, all right. I hope Stephanie's not listening right now, but I'm gonna give out this strategy that I gave her the other day, right? So I said use Docker to install my SQL and then load a database in there, right? And then connect to that database and do like different queries, load a database in there, create a schema, like start validating that schema, all that good stuff, right? And then write some automation tests surrounding it. Now you have skills add to your resume, but how do you organize your studying? How do you organize your learning? See, now I'm sure Sheena's going to agree with this because I think we're on the same page here, right? When I interview or when I, yeah, when I interview people, right? And I'm asking questions and stuff like that, but one thing that I'm definitely looking for is the adaptation, the critical thinking, how they adjust, how they react, right? Because you can be so creative in how you build experience, how you work. And that's what I do with my crew, right? I say we're gonna work this way. We're gonna work together. We're gonna work on a team. We're gonna work this way, and we're going to like this is your job. And I give them a way to I give them a valid way to have it on the top of their resume with experience. With experience. So now as they're building up their expertise in their respective fields, I also have them building experience, valid experience. Because if you have the experience, right? Because there's type of people, right? They'll lie on their resume. I've seen people say, "Oh, just lie on your resume," right? But if I see a resume and you're lying on it, I'm going to I can smell it. I can smell the lie. And I'm gonna ask you questions, and then you're gonna start looking around and not know how to answer. And maybe you're nervous, but if I suspect that you're lying, then I'm like, all right, cool, right? But I've never had someone lie on their resume, and by lying, I mean they can't justify their talking point on their resume, and they're gonna be so sharp. They're so sharp. I tell you, like probably spending like 2 hours right now in interview preparation. I have a pipeline going, right? Everybody's at a different stage. But I promise you this: when David's ready to start applying, he's gonna get an interview. Like when he's actually starting to apply, it's not gonna take that much time for him to start getting interview requests, right? And I wouldn't be surprised if he had his first interview, he gets an offer, but he's also gonna have multiple offers because he joined my team and he's like, I want your creativity. I want your 15 years of experience in QA. I want your 20 years of experience in tech, right? So it's you're asking a very valid question, right? I've seen tons and tons of people who have the same exact problem, and it gets even worse, right? Because here's what happens, right? So you go to a boot camp, you get promised that you're going to get all this money doing manual testing or double that if you do automated testing, right? Automation. But the problem is you don't have any experience, and then the boot camp does your resume, and they put like the only experience they put is like 3 months of experience doing some internship. Now you go to apply for a job, you go to apply for jobs, like you're applying for countless jobs, and no one is responding to you because you don't have the experience. You're 3 months at an internship, it doesn't really qualify as experience. Because if I give you a technical project to do, you're going to your code is not going to be up to par, right? Maybe for a very junior level, because to be honest, a lot of companies now they expect like even if you're at an entry level, they still expect some form of automation, right? They still expect some form of automation. But along with that, right? So along with me helping you build experience, um, I have I have my man Don. He's probably creating some new challenges right now. Like he just keeps producing them. And when Barbarian Nights comes around, we're going to have these QA coding challenges to test your mind, to test your creativity, to test your critical thinking skills. And maybe maybe you can get a chaos camp stamp of approval. Verified. How you navigate through the chaos. All right, I can't talk. All right, Don told me I can't talk about that anymore, so cutting it off. But there are tons and tons of ways to be creative, to build experience, and trust me, it works. But you can't just sit. You can't just sit and like complain about it. Big logic holes. The hiring process is broken. Nope, it's not broken. See, the biggest problem that people make is they didn't have a plan, they didn't have a strategy, right? Because I'll tell you this from what I've seen, a lot of people get hired in QA when they are coming straight out of college doing computer science. And I know that computer science doesn't teach you any principles of software testing. They don't teach you how to do automation, all that stuff, right? But you do learn about software logic, you do learn about the code to some extent, right? They might not have, they might be very green in the QA practices in particular, but they have a good foundation. So now this college graduate is already getting the internships, right? They're getting the real internships. What do I mean by real internships? They're getting internships at companies who are looking for summer interns. And then a lot of them, now they have experience as an intern. The company, if they did a really good job at that company who gave them the internship, then they might get hired. They got the experience, as opposed to that internship at the boot camp, where a lot of times the internship is for the boot camp. So the people that you're paying to train you, they're also offering you the 3 months of boot camp experience, right? With a bad resume, not, So you need to strategize. And then a lot of times, here's what happens, right? And I'm almost done with this, right? But here's what happens. So now you get frustrated, and then you feel entitled to getting information for free. And we're like, all right, we can help you, right? We can help you get there. But you're like, no, it should be given to me. And we're like, well, then stay exactly where you are. All right? So be creative, or reach out to yours truly, Tech Coach Ralph, and we can get you on the path to success, right? We can get you on the path to success. All right?
If you enjoyed the fascinating information shared in this video and you want more, be sure to hit the subscribe button to Tech Coach Ralph to be notified for new videos.